How are you, senior Chris? We are going to start from where we stopped. We stopped on radioactivity. Radioactivity. Whereby, by the time we stopped, we had defined or we had explained what is meant by radioactivity. Radioactivity is the spontaneous disintegration of unstable nucleus or atom with the emission of alpha particles, we have beta with the emission of beta particles, and the gamma rays, and the gamma rays. Therefore, from the definition of radioactivity being the spontaneous disintegration of unstable atom or unstable nucleus with the emission of alpha particles, beta particles, and the gamma rays. From there, we can conclude that there are normally three radiations which are emitted during radioactivity. Radiations which are emitted during radioactivity, they include, we have alpha particles, beta particles, and the gamma rays. Whereby, now we are going to look at each particle, the alpha particle, the beta particles, and the gamma rays, plus their properties. Now we are going to first deal with the alpha particles. We are going to learn about alpha particle. This is what we are going to first handle, alpha particles. We are going to first handle alpha particles. If we are asked that, mention the radiations which are emitted during radioactivity, there are three radiations that are emitted. We have alpha particles, beta particles, and the gamma rays. Alpha particles, beta particles, and gamma rays. Those are three radiation. If you read the other books, you will find that radioactivity can be defined as the spontaneous disintegration of unstable nuclei with emission of radiations. Now the radiations they are talking about are alpha particles, beta particles, and the gamma rays. Now let us look at alpha particles. What are alpha particles? Or what is an alpha particle? An alpha particle is a positively charged helium, positively charged helium nucleus in nature, positively charged helium nucleus in nature, positively charged helium nucleus in nature. So that is what is meant by an alpha particle. Now, what is its symbol? You remember, if you check on your periodic table in chemistry, helium is an element. It is represented by letter E. It has the mass number 4, and the atomic number 2. This is the symbol which we use to represent an alpha particle because it is a positively charged helium nucleus in nature. Therefore, an alpha particle, since it is a helium nucleus in nature, it has mass number. An alpha particle has mass number 4, atomic number what? Atomic number 2. Atomic number 2. Then what are properties? You can look at the properties or characteristics. Properties of alpha particles. Properties. What are the properties of alpha particles? From our explanation of what is meant by an alpha particle, it is a positively charged helium nucleus in nature. It has mass number 4, it has atomic number 2. From there, when we look at the properties, we can start with the charge. Is it charged? Yes, it carries the charge. But which charge does it carry? It carries a positive charge. That one is the first property of alpha particle. From your notes, you can see those properties. Now, what you don't have, you have to include them. We have said that one of the property that alpha particle and alpha particle is positively charged or carries a positive charge. Alpha particles, they are positively charged. That one, it carries a positive charge. Now, since it carries a positive charge, it can be deflected. Deflected. To deflect means to change the direction. It can be deflected in both electric and magnetic field. Therefore, there is that property of deflection. When you move it within electric field, it can change the direction in both electric. If we have two magnets and you pass there, you let the alpha particles pass there, that alpha particle, it will be deflected, it will change the direction. So in both electric and magnetic field. Another one, it is about ionization. All radiations, the alpha particle, beta particles, and gamma rays, they are ionized. They cause ionization, but from the three, there is one which has highest ionizing power. That is a property of an alpha particle. They have a highest ionizing power or ionization power. To ionize it means that when you pass, it has highest ionization power. To ionize, when these alpha particles, they are projected and pass through air, they can cause air to produce positive and negative ions. That one means that production of positive and negative ions is what we call ionization. And these alpha particles, they have the highest, they cause more ionization compared to beta particles and gamma rays. Another one, it is about fluorescence. We are looking at the properties. How do alpha particles behave, or the characteristics? Another one, it is about fluorescence. They cause the fluorescence. Alpha particles cause fluorescence. The word fluorescence means that when alpha particles fall onto a fluorescent material, they cause it to grow or to give glow. That is GL. Glow means giving out light. So when alpha particles, they fall onto the fluorescent material, they cause it to give out light. They cause the fluorescence. Another one, we can talk of darkening the photographic plate. Photographic plate. You have those plates, if you get an accident, they can take you under X-ray. That plate, we call it a photographic plate. Now, when alpha particles are sprayed on that photographic plate, they darken it. So that is another property. The alpha particles, they darken. Darken photographic plate. They darken photographic plate. Another one, when these alpha particles, they fall onto matter, like your body, your matter. They can penetrate the body. They can penetrate the body. All of these particles we have mentioned, the alpha particles, beta particles, and gamma rays, they can penetrate matter. But from those three, there is one which has the lowest penetrating power, and that one which has the highest penetrating power. From the three, it is alpha particles which have lowest alpha particles. They have lowest penetrating power. Another point is about we have talked about ionizing power causing fluorescence penetration. So those are some of the properties of alpha particles. They are positively charged. They are deflected in both magnetic and electric fields. They have the highest penetrating power. They cause the fluorescence. They darken the photographic plate. They have the lowest penetrating power. And remember, in our explanation, what is an alpha particle? It is a positively charged helium nucleus in nature. Since it is helium, it has mass number 4, atomic number 2. Then we can also talk about the beta particles. Beta particles. Now, since we have finished to explain the properties of alpha particles, here what I need is to explain only what is meant by beta particles. What is a beta particle? A beta particle is a fast moving electron. Any fast moving electron gives what is called a beta particle. If there are many, they are beta particles. If it is one, it is a beta particle. Since it is a fast moving electron, for alpha particle it is helium, therefore we use the He for 2. But this one is a fast moving electron. What do we use to represent a beta particle? It is small e, and its mass number is 0. The atomic number is 1. Whenever we talk of a beta particle, just think of an electron where it has mass number 0, atomic number -1. That is a beta particle. A beta particle is a fast moving electron. Fast moving electron. Properties of beta particles. Now I'm going to generate those properties. If you check in your notes, we are relating the properties of beta particles and alpha particle. Now for alpha particle, we say that they are positively charged. What about beta particles? Since they are electrons, they carry negative charge. For beta particles, they carry negative charge. I'm using the properties of alpha particles. Also, you use the properties of alpha particles to generate the properties of beta particles. Now, for alpha particles, we say that they are positively charged. What about a beta particle? Beta particles carry negative charge. That one finished. Then diffraction. Since this one carries negative charge, it is also diffracted in both electric and the magnetic what? Field. In both electric and the magnetic field. That one finished. We say that even beta particles are deflected in both electric and magnetic field. We go to now I'm relating alpha properties of alpha particles. The third one here, alpha particles, they have the highest ionizing power or ionization power. What about beta particles? Because it is in the middle, it is in between the gamma rays and the alpha particles. For them, their penetrating power is moderate. It is more moderate. They have a moderate penetrating, moderate ionizing power or ionization power. They can also penetrate matter, but they can also cause ionization, but their ionization is moderate. Is what? Moderate. Therefore, another property of beta particle, they have moderate ionization power. Cause fluorescence, even in beta particles, we have common points. Beta particles also cause fluorescence. Darkening the photographic plate, also these beta particles, they darken the photographic plate. What about the penetration power? For alpha particles, they have the lowest penetrating power. But beta particles, for them, their penetrating power is moderate. They have moderate penetrating power. So those are the properties. Now, if you get the properties of alpha particles, you can also give the properties to other particles, for example, beta. And now let us go to another radiation. We have what we call gamma rays. Gamma what? Gamma rays. Gamma rays. Gamma rays. We can use that symbol to represent gamma rays. Now, what are gamma rays? When you were taught waves, you were taught the electromagnetic spectrum, where we have radio waves, we have infrared, we have X-rays, we have gamma rays. Meaning that gamma rays, it is among the examples of electromagnetic waves or electromagnetic radiation. Now we are defining what is meant by gamma rays. Gamma rays are electromagnetic radiations of very high frequency and short wavelength. Electromagnetic, we have said that gamma rays are electromagnetic radiations of very high frequency and short wavelength. Very high frequency and short wavelength. Are we there? So that is it. Now properties of gamma rays. Now we are generating. We said that what you need is to get the properties of only one radiation. The moment you get properties either for gamma, for beta, or for alpha particles, you can use them to give the properties of others. Now let us check. Gamma rays. I'm relating the properties of gamma rays with the properties of alpha particles. Under alpha particles, we say that they are positively charged. What about gamma rays? For gamma rays, they carry no charge. They don't carry charge. Diffraction in both electric and magnetic field. These gamma rays, since they carry no charge, they are not deflected in both electric and magnetic field. Here we have that they have for alpha particles they have highest ionization power, but this one has the lowest. Gamma rays have the lowest ionization power. Gamma rays, they cause the fluorescence, they darken photographic plate, but what about the penetrating power? Gamma rays have the highest penetrating power. When you consider the three, alpha particles, beta particles, gamma rays, the one which has the highest penetrating power is, these are gamma rays. We have looked at the properties of alpha particles and the gamma rays. Now we can use those properties to answer the following questions. Question 1, identify. Question 1, identify the radiations. Identify the radiations. Radiation is it. Now we have the source of radiation. Source. We have the source here. We have the electric field. The electric field, one is positive, one is negative. We have the plate which is negative. Positive charge, negative charge. Now we have that element, we have, the radiation. Then we have this radiation. We have, namely this one, we have X, Y, and Z. So, we want to identify the elements. We have X, we have Y, and Z. What is the radiation X? Now here use the properties. Remember in charges, like charges repel, unlike charges attract each other. Now this plate is positive. A positive cannot attract a positive. What does it imply? It implies that this positive it is supposed to attract negative. Now among the radiations, which one carries a negative charge? Remember, that one which carries a negative charge, it is a beta particle. Why beta? Because it carries a negative charge, therefore it is attracted towards the positive plate. So here we have beta particles. Beta particle. Therefore, beta particle is attracted towards the positive plate in the electric field. Why? Now we see this one. Why? For it just passes through. It is not deflected. It is not deflected, meaning that it does not carry any charge. Since it does not carry any charge, it is not deflected. Among the radiations, which one does not carry any charge? The radiations there are, we have the gamma what? Gamma rays. Gamma rays. Then we have the last one. Since this one, the plate is negative. Negative attract positive. Among the radiations, which radiations carry a positive charge? We have alpha what? Alpha particles. Therefore, you can use the properties to identify the radiation is marked X, Y, provided they are projected in electric field. We can have another question. Identify the radiations. It is the question number 2. Identify the radiations. Now the radiations we want to identify, we are going to consider a paper. This is the paper. paper. Then we have aluminium. Then we have lead, sheet of lead. These are elements. We have the paper. Now we have the first part, the first radiation. We have the second radiation. Then we have the third radiation. If I mention this one, P, Q, and R, which property are we using to identify these radiations? Remember, all radiations can penetrate matter. They can penetrate, but their penetration power is different. It is that one which has the lowest penetrating power. It is that one which has moderate, and that one which has the highest penetrating power. From the three, you can see PQR, which one has the lowest penetrating power. It is P. It has failed to penetrate the sheet of paper. Therefore, if we are to identify now here, we are testing whether you know how to relate the penetrating power of the radiation. This one penetrates less, followed by this one, and this one penetrates more. So from the three, the one which has the lowest penetrating power, this one which ends on the sheet of paper. So P becomes what? If you remember, P is that one we have alpha particles. Because the alpha particles have the lowest penetrating power. Then this one we have Q. It has the moderate, it is in the middle. It has been able to penetrate the sheet of paper, but it has failed to penetrate the aluminium sheet. Therefore, those are called the beta particles. They are called the beta particles. Then R, because this one, when you consider the radiations, the gamma rays, they have the highest penetrating power. It has penetrated the sheet of paper, it has penetrated the aluminium, but it has failed to penetrate the lead, because the lead radiations cannot penetrate it. Therefore, the one which has the highest penetrating power, we have those are called the gamma rays. So we are answering these questions depending on the properties of the radiation. Here we are testing the penetrating power of the radiations, that is alpha particles, beta particles, and the gamma rays. Our last question, we can also consider question number 3 when we consider the magnetic field. We should be able to identify which property. So we can go to question number 3. Question number 3. It is the same question. Identify the radiation. Question number 3. Identify the radiation, whereby we have the magnetic field. The first one was the electric field. Now we have the magnetic field. We have the north pole and the south pole. We have the source of radiation. It is here. If these radiations are emitted, we have that radiation which has passed through without being deflected. Then we have that one which is deflected towards the north pole. Then another one, it is deflected towards the south pole. Now we have to identify among the radiations, which one is deflected towards the north pole in the magnetic field. We have here, this one can be M, N, P. Now identify the radiation marked M. Which one is deflected towards the north pole? And that M it must be beta what? Beta particles. The beta particles are deflected. Beta particles are deflected towards the North Pole in the magnetic field. Then we have N, which element, because this one carries no charge, for it, when you project it into the magnetic field, it is not affected, it just passes through when it is undeflected. So we are having N becomes, we have the gamma what? Gamma rays. Gamma rays. Then what about P? Among the radiations, we have that one which is deflected towards the South Pole. The one which is deflected towards the South Pole in the magnetic field, we have the alpha what? Alpha particles. Alpha particles. Alpha particles. So you should be in a position to answer those three questions, to be able to identify the radiation in the magnetic field, in the electric field, and then testing the penetrating power. Now, what I want you to do is to answer this question. The possible question from what we have learned are question. Give the differences between Roman number 1, between Roman number 1, alpha particles, and beta particles. Roman number 2, alpha particles and gamma rays. And gamma rays. Roman number 3, beta particles and gamma rays. That is question 1. Question 2. Give similarities between radiations. Can you set down from the properties we have mentioned, which one can you use to get the similarities? Compare the the properties of these radiations, and be able to differentiate between, if you are to compare the two of them, alpha particles and gamma rays. Alpha particles and beta particles. These are some of the questions you should answer. And then, after that, let me give you the assignment, which you should do some research before we meet again. Research. have our research work. Spelling. Is this okay? Research work. What happens? What happens to a nucleus? What happens to the nucleus if it undergoes Roman number 1 alpha decay. Roman number 2 beta decay. Roman number 3 gamma decay. This implies that wherever there is decay, when the material, the element disintegrates, or when the nucleus disintegrates and emits alpha particle, what happens to it? When an element disintegrates and emits beta particle, what happens to that element? What about if it decays and it emits gamma rays? What happens to the element? Thank you for being good learners. Let us meet next time.